Hi everyone, this is Harjot. I wanted to create a video that provides the foundational pieces around Kundalini Yoga so that when you start your class, you'll feel comfortable and familiar with some of these things. So I thought it would be great if we use the mantra Sat Nam, which is one you'll hear often in Kundalini Yoga classes. And Sat Nam means truth is my identity. So just honoring that great juicy essence of who you are and being able to connect to that. So for this video, we'll just go through each letter and I'll just give you a little information about Kundalini Yoga. So to start, we'll look at S. S is for space, and this is space in your home, space in your schedule, space in your attitude, the whole thing. So you'll need to have enough space to do this practice, since you'll be doing it virtually, in one of your rooms that's about the size of a yoga mat. And if you can have a space that is around 2 yoga mats, then that would be fantastic. But you just want to have enough space that you're comfortable moving around. The next one is space in your schedule. Now this is very important, and I really want to emphasize this because you really need to be able to have the time to complete the entire class in one sitting. So what I ask you to do is to consider and anticipate anything that might interrupt you completing the class within the class window that's defined. So if there are kids that are coming home at that time, or you have critters running around that may jump all over you, make a plan so that you can have this sacred space for yourself. It's really, really important. The next letter is A. A is for apparel, and you'll see that I'm dressed all in white. This is part of the technology of Kundalini Yoga, and I invite you to try it out. The reason that we wear white is because it expands your aura in all different directions, and it's an uplifting color. So try it out. The other thing is covering your head. So we cover our heads in this practice because part of what is happening when you're doing these classes is that you're awakening that dormant Kundalini energy that lives at the base of your spine. So as we're doing this practice, the Kundalini energy is moving up the spine through all the chakras or energy centers and coming up into this higher area, which is where we connect to spirit or the divine. The other piece is using a sheepskin, and this isn't exactly apparel, but it's something that you'll notice that a lot of people do in Kundalini Yoga classes. And a sheepskin is a nice meditation tool because as you sit on it, it creates more of a docile energy, and it's just comforting. So you can try that too. T is for the teachings, and this is the core of our practice. And I share this because it's very special. This practice was brought to us by a teacher named Yogi Bhajan, and this is him on a bike, in the late 60s. And before that, in India, Kundalini Yoga was very secretive. Only royalty was allowed to do it, and they were given it in little pieces. So Yogi Bhajan broke that code and brought it to us because he knew we needed it. So in the class, what you'll see are that we're doing kriyas. And these kriyas are basically like recipes, and they include all different facets of yoga. Some of those things are like the postures, or in the breath work, and the meditation, and the eye focus, all these different things coming together. And when you're doing them together in the specific formula, you will achieve a certain outcome. So, for example, we may do a class that's all about relieving inner anger, or we may do a class that's specific to bringing more prosperity. Pretty much anything that you can think of that you'd want to work on, there is a Kriya to do that. The other thing I wanted to share is that we open with a mantra. And the mantra is Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And this means I bow to the infinite wisdom of the universe. I bow to the teacher within. And by chanting this 3 times, we are guided in our practice. And we're connected to that inner knowing. So we know exactly what's right for our bodies. We know exactly what to do. N is for nobody looks the same. I love this in so many ways because I hear so many people saying, I can't do yoga, I'm not skinny enough, or I'm not flexible enough. Well, you can't use those excuses here. Kundalini Yoga is for everyone. Even if you can't use your body at all, you can do Kundalini Yoga just by visualizing. You can sit and visualize the postures that are demonstrated and you'll still get the benefit. So, in a class, I will demonstrate a posture and it's your job to lean in the direction of the posture. So, if you can match it, fantastic. Otherwise, just leaning in the direction of the posture gets you to your perfect posture. So like I said, if it's really, really challenging or you need to take a break, then you can come back and visualize the posture. But the thing to be aware of is if you're pushing through and you're feeling sharp pains or it's really hurting, then that's an indication that it's just pushing too far. The gray area is that there are challenging postures in Kundalini Yoga. For example, you may be holding your arms up for a long period of time. And sometimes that can challenge your mind. So if you're starting to think thoughts like, I can't do this is crazy, this is stupid, what am I doing? Then I invite you to push a little bit further, just relaxing into the posture and finding a place where you can allow yourself to push through those blocks, and there you can make some amazing breakthroughs. The next letter is A. A is for awareness. Kundalini Yoga is the yoga of awareness. It's said that Kundalini Yoga is the yoga that helps you connect to the you in you. So by doing this practice, you're really awakening that intuition so that you're guided along your path. And finally, M. M is for magical. And I say that because this practice is a fast, transformational practice. And people who do Kundalini Yoga have said that they've experienced amazing breakthroughs. They've broken like bad habits that they've had for years. They've had, they've worked through subconscious blocks that have been holding them back that would have taken years of therapy and thousands of dollars. But mostly it's magical because when you finish a Kundalini Yoga class, most people say they feel really blissful and happy. So it's the happy yoga. And I'm very excited for you to have your own experience of this practice. And I look forward to seeing you in our first class. Sat Nam.